What is up, fam? It is Shar, and welcome to Law and Living Color, where I provide quick tips and experiences on the law school process and legal field as a person of color. So I know I said I wasn't going to take another hiatus, but is that what I did? It's exactly what I did. I took another hiatus. But as y'all know, I started law school, and I wanted to give y'all kind of a breakdown of what my first 5 weeks have been like and how I'm moving forward and kind of what to expect. So first things first is orientation. I'm pretty sure all schools have an orientation. How long the orientation is going to vary by school, but Duke's was a week before actual class started. Now we did have the beginning of LARW, which is our legal writing and research class. That did start during orientation week, but essentially orientation week was tiring. I remember saying to myself, oh my God, this is already tiring and I haven't taken any classes yet. And I don't want to say that to be disheartening to anyone. Basically what we did for orientation is we got to know our classmates. We got to know what law school was going to kind of be like. It's supposed to kind of get you prepared and ready and, stimulated for the first day of classes, which I feel like it did. We did do other stuff. We volunteered. We're assigned like a lead fellow or a lead group. And essentially what they do is check in with us throughout the semester, make sure we're doing good. We have little meetups, that kind of thing. That was orientation. Like I said, that was tiring, but I was pumped. I was still had energy for class, and then classes started. Now I'm going to talk about my schedule. So this also varies by law school, I'm pretty sure, but what doesn't vary is that you all take the same classes your 1L year across the board, essentially, for every law school. And essentially what everyone would tell you is that 1L year is the hardest. I've so far I co-sign on that. I don't know if it's the hardest, but I can tell you it's pretty hard. But essentially, you don't pick your classes your first year. Duke's a little different. Second semester, in that you can choose to take property or 3 other classes. You do have to take property regardless. So some people take it anyways, their second semester, or you could take the other 3 classes that they offer, which I believe is business administration and 2 others that are not coming to mind right now. But that's second semester. My classes are split up between doctrinal and legal writing. Doctrinal are those core classes that you're taking. So my first semester, I'm taking torts, contracts, and civil procedure. And I take those classes Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I take my legal writing and research Tuesdays and Fridays. Duke also has what is called PD, or professional development, which you take almost every Tuesday your first semester. And essentially it is required to graduate. And essentially it's to prepare you for the name of the class, professional development. It develops you professionally. And so if you noticed, I said the doctrinals were Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So there's a really quick turnaround time between Wednesday and Thursday. So you can imagine my first week really understanding that and the amount of reading that these classes assign, to where it was so cute. I was so cute. To where I said, you know what? I'm not going to read ahead. I'm going to read as, in accordance, so that it's fresh in my brain. That first week traumatized me so hard that I refused to not ever not read in the future again. I will forever read ahead. I'm not going to sit up here and read my Thursday readings on Wednesday. I'm not doing that ever again. And this is a different type of reading. You're not just reading to regurgitate like you typically on undergrad. You're reading to analyze. You also have to figure out what's best for you. I do a lot of reading ahead. And essentially is that you're not cutting back on the work that you're doing. You're doing the same amount of work. You're just not being pressured in a certain amount of time that's going to stress you out. So I'm just less stressed, and I look up and I have more time. Well, I have a better amount of time. I've better allotted my time to do things that I really like doing, which is going for a walk or going to the gym or just sitting in bed and watching mind-numbing TikToks. The third thing that I've learned that I've been experiencing in law school is having a social life. I don't think that's hard to have. There's a lot of work, yes, and you honestly have to manage your time well. And part of that is, for me, it's not really hard having a social life. I will say I don't go out every single day of the weekend. I have this thing where I'll typically go out once a week. And there's a lot of events that go on in law school. So you'll have events and kickoffs for organizations and projects. If you've signed up for any pro bono work, that'll happen during the week. So that takes up some of your time outside of study. And then you'll have law school is known for bar review, which is a night typically on Thursdays for Duke. I don't know how it is for other schools, but I'm assuming it's the same. Where you go out and drink with all your fellow law students, because Friday is typically only one class or no class for most people. I don't really do bar review. It wasn't for me. I'm not really the bar crawling type, but some people like it. So to each his own. I personally have come to realize that I do not like being crunched. Like, I do not like having a certain limited amount of time to do my work. I like to have as much time as I need. And that may mean that I need to sacrifice a social event or hanging out with some friends. You know, that's my personal thing. I guess the fifth thing I learned, and I kind of want to touch on, is debunking a lot of the stuff about law school. From what I've read, the first thing that I read was law school is extremely competitive. I'm not saying it's not competitive, but I do think that depends on the law school that you choose. Duke is very collaborative. So no one's really going in the sense of trying to see other people fail, giving people the wrong information. Like, that doesn't exist at Duke. Everyone wants to uplift each other. Next thing I want to debunk are like professors, and that they're stern and mean. Like, if you watch Legally Blonde and stuff, you'll see that the professors are really rude and mean. From my experience, not so far, no. My professors are really cool. They're very nice. They want to see you achieve. Like, when you go to office hours, they're super cool people. Like, people that you could see yourself talking to just outside of school. Like, they're really nice. Another thing, cold calls. So you've probably heard that term, or you've heard Socratic method. And what that is just a professor randomly calls on a person. Now, how professors do cold calls are by professor. I have one professor that'll call on you, and you'll have to know the whole entire case. But you only do it probably once the entire semester. And then I have another professor where she just puts names in a random name generator and uses like 3 or 4 people a class, and they pretty much are answering questions on the case and stuff like that. And then I have another professor that allots certain days for people. So my day is Thursday, when I can expect to be cold called on. It doesn't necessarily mean I will be, but I definitely won't be on Monday or Wednesday. People get so scared they're gonna look, I guess, stupid. No, like, yes, there are people that kind of sound like, wow, that person really read very thoroughly, but no one really remembers cold calls. Like, if you messed up or if you took a second to answer, no one's really going to remember it. My biggest takeaways at week 6 is law school is difficult. This is the most tired I've ever been. Like, I am constant fatigue mode. And I really want y'all to understand law school is not easy by any means, in the sense it's going to push your brain in ways that it's not been pushed before. And also managing the workload is a lot. But I've met really dope people. Everyone's really cool. I am further confident in my law school choice. I think Duke was a perfect fit for me. So far, so good. I'm still here. And I still have a lot more to go. But, you know, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I plan on, posting more information on my process here. And y'all probably have seen what I've been up to. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, my socials are linked below. So go ahead and follow those, and you get kept up to date for what I'm doing currently. I will continue to try to post on YouTube. I'll do my best and show y'all as much content as I possibly can, along with giving y'all information, what I've been doing essentially. So, peace, guys.